Hi guys, I'm Leon. Today, I'm going to show you 10 things not to do in Japan. By watching this video, you will learn more about the real Japanese culture in just 10 minutes. Are you ready? Let's go! I think you'll be quite surprised from the very first one. Let's get started. Number 1. Don't show your tattoos! Tattoos themselves are not prohibited in Japan. However, people with tattoos on their bodies have a high probability of being feared by the Japanese. Also, many onsen don't allow people with tattoos to bathe. This is because it is normal to be naked in Japanese onsen, and when Japanese people see the tattoos, they get scared. Why would they be afraid? The reason lies in Japanese culture. In Japan, it is really rare for ordinary people to get tattoos, and it is usually Japanese gangsters who get tattoos. Number 2. When paying cash at the store, do not hand over the money directly. It is considered rude to hand over money in Japanese stores. Therefore, when you pay your bill in Japan, please put your money on your tray at the cash register. Don't worry, no one will take it from you. This rule only applies to cash payments, so if you are handing money to a friend, it is totally okay to do so. So number 3. Do not make phone calls on the train. As a general rule of etiquette in Japan, it is considered good manners not to bother others. Therefore, it is considered good manners to stay quiet on the train in Japan, as loud voices or loud YouTube videos on the train will bother people around you. Most Japanese people wear earphones when they are in the train. If someone calls you, please turn off the sound and call them back when you get off the train. Some people may think that eating and drinking are not allowed on the train, but actually it is okay. So I often eat lunch on the train, but we had to be careful with foods that have strong smells, because some people are sensitive to smells. Number 4. Take off your shoes at home or in a hot spring in Japan. It has long been a good practice to remove one's shoes or change into indoor shoes inside a house. This is supposed to keep the house clean. If you are going to enter a Japanese friend's house, please be absolutely careful. By the way, I wear indoor sandals when I am at home. Number 5. Eating, drinking, and work around while operating a smartphone are bad things in Japan. If you are not paying attention to your surroundings while working, you may bump into someone, and if the person is an elderly person, you may cause serious injury. Be especially careful at train stations during the morning hours in Japan, as they are filled with so many people like this. Number 6. Wrong use of chopsticks. Chopsticks over rice is an absolute no-no. This is done at funerals for rice for the deceased, so if you do this in a restaurant, you will receive warning. Never grab food with your chopsticks and someone else's chopstick at the same time. This is also an act that is done at funerals. This is because customary at Japanese funerals that after the deceased is incinerated and reduced to bones, the bereaved family members lift them up with a few chopsticks and store them in a jar. Number 7. Not treating business cards with respect. In Japan, business cards are actually very important. In other countries, we exchange business cards without being conscious of it, but in Japan, there are many rules for exchanging business cards. For example, when handing or receiving a business card, you must always use both hands, and you have to read the business card out loud when you receive it. Furthermore, you have to keep the business cards in a business card case. As you can see, there are many Japanese business manners in Japan, so new workers in Japan have a hard time learning these rules. Number 8. No physical contact. like shaking hands, hugging each other in Japan. I would say there is zero handshaking in daily life. In business, on the other hand, handshakes are occasionally used, but instead of shaking hands, Japanese people usually express their appreciation by bowing. You may be surprised to know that Japanese people hug each other only between lovers. If you try to shake hands or hug a Japanese friend and your friend refuses to do so, you may feel uncomfortable. But it would be nice if you could understand that your friend never dislikes you, but just doesn't know the culture of handshakes and hugs. Number 9. Littering in Japan. You shouldn't litter trash, such as candy bought at a convenience store. In Japan, people are very conscious of keeping the streets clean, and if you litter, people around you will look at you with reproach. However, there are almost no trash cans in Japan. This is to prevent trash from accumulating around the trash cans. The only places that have trash cans are train stations, convenience stores, and parks. However, to be honest, we Japanese are also troubled by the lack of trash cans. We have to carry it around with us. Many people take their trash home with them. Number 10. This is the last one. Crossing the red light is a crime, even if you do not see a car. There are many blind spots on the street in Japan, and if you cross the red light just because there are no cars coming, a motorcycle may come charging at you from the blind spot. To prevent such accidents, the Japanese government has made it a crime to ignore a red light and cross the street. Today, I have introduced to you 10 things you should not do in Japan. Are you surprised by the unique culture in Japan? Actually, there are many more fascinating things to do in Japan. I'll be sharing them with you on this channel, so please subscribe and like my channel. ありがとうございました. See you in the next video. Bye!